Well, first of all, I think there's nothing on earth more powerful than an idea. As a matter of fact, ideas are more powerful than death. As a matter of fact, it's impossible to kill an idea. You can kill a man, but not his ideas. Ideas are so powerful that if you try to kill an idea, it actually multiplies. We call it martyrdom. This is why ideas like socialism, communism, democracy, dictatorship, even terrorism is an idea. And you cannot really shoot an idea with a bullet. You cannot kill an idea with a gun.
How true, boy.
And I think if you think of the fact that ideas are more powerful than mankind himself, then if you really want to deal with the idea of terrorism, you cannot shoot it with a gun. So I think the most important thing we got to understand is that ideas control the world.
And that's why you wrote God's Idea?
That's why I wrote this book, God's Big Idea. As a matter of fact, everything that exists, Pastor Benny, is a product of an idea.
Exactly.
The shoe on your feet used to be an idea. The clothing that we wear used to be an idea in someone's mind. The building we are in used to be an idea in an architect's mind. Everything in the world was first an idea. And that is why ideas are so critical, because they are not only the controlling elements on earth, but they are also the source of creation of everything. And this is probably why we are having some challenges in the world today, because we have not taken a serious look at ideas. You know, the first place that I really recognize where ideas are important in the Bible is the first chapter of John.
That says, of course.
In the beginning was the Word.
The Word, yeah.
And the Word was with God, and the Word was God, yep, etc. And then it says, all things were made by the Word.
Yeah.
And then it says, and the Word became flesh. Now, you and I know, theologically speaking, that that word is the word logos. But when I discovered what the meaning of logos was, it blew my mind. The word logos in the Greek, which we translate the word from, is the word idea. Matter of fact, the word logos means expression of an idea. So the Hebrew concept of idea in that verse is, in the beginning was God's expressed idea. And God was his own idea. And God created everything by the idea. And then it says the idea of God became flesh and dwelt among us. So if you want to know what God's ideas are, you got to study Jesus. Exactly. He was God's ideas.
I love it.
So idea is what God sent to solve the problem on earth. Now, the word idea, we translate it as word. Why? Because an idea is what's in your mind. Think about it. Now, the only way for me to know what your ideas are in your mind is when you convert them to words. When you speak, a word is an idea container.
Sure.
So God expresses idea with word. That's why Christ is called the Word of God. He is God's collective ideas in one human body. Jesus said, the words I speak to you, they are spirit. They are life. He said, no man can come to the Father except he comes through me. Jesus Christ is God's big idea in a body.
And really what he's saying is, Jesus is God's will in action.
Absolutely. Your will is in your mind.
Yeah.
But when you put it on paper, it's called a testament. Jesus Christ is God's will in a body.
Wow.
And your will is your ideas. What do you think about? Now, here's what's important. If you try to destroy an idea, it multiplies. That's why Christ says, if you guys try to kill me, I'm only one kernel of corn. You don't want to touch this. Because if you bury this corn, he says it's going to bring back thousands and thousands, millions. You know, this is where martyrdom comes from. So if we really want to solve terrorism problem, for example, we think that destroying a person will solve terrorism. But I discovered something. God's conclusion was that the world needed a new idea.
Exactly.
Think for a minute.
Exactly.
So he didn't send an army. He didn't send warriors. He didn't send soldiers. He sent the Word. Because the most powerful thing on earth is an expressed idea. So this is why God sent the Word to change the world, to save the world, to redeem the world. And Jesus said that I am life. The words I speak to you, they are spirit, and they give the effect of your life. And so we got to study what was Jesus containing. What was his idea that he contained? And I am pleased to announce that his idea is an old idea. As a matter of fact, the idea of God is as old as time and as fresh as